Good afternoon. My name is Brian Gromkowski. I'm one of the assistant directors of graduate admissions here at William Paterson University. I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us today. I know it's a busy time of year. Thanksgiving is creeping up on us quickly, and we do appreciate you taking time to join us for our webinar about our MA in Professional Communication. I'm joined by Dr. Angie Yu, who's going to be speaking in just a couple minutes about our program at length and going into the details about the program. Wanted to just go over a couple things real quick before we jump right in. First, looking a little bit further ahead, obviously, if you like what you hear today, if you're giving thought to applying or have applied for our MA in Professional Communication, there is no substitute for getting the chance to see the campus for yourself, to speak to Angie or one of our other faculty members here face-to-face and talk about your interest in our program. So I can't stress enough, looking further out on Sunday, February 10th, we're going to be having our next graduate open house that's going to be taking place from 1 to 3 p.m. You will be getting an email invitation probably within the next couple of weeks, but just wanted you to give a heads up that if you want the opportunity to kind of go one step further and see our campus and talk in greater detail about our program, we'd love to have you join us. Also want to make sure you're aware we are recording this presentation in its entirety. I know there are family obligations, there are work obligations. Sometimes you might need to leave partway through the webinar for one reason or another. Want to make sure that you know that we are going to be sending an email out by the end of the week that will include a link to our YouTube channel. So if you needed to step out, you want the chance to refer back to any of this information, to catch up on any slides you might have missed, know that you're going to have that opportunity. And certainly it's our hope that this is a quick and easy way to get a lot of information in a relatively short amount of time. Lastly, if you have any questions as we go through, feel free to type them in the chat box there on the GoToWebinar screen, and certainly we'll make sure that we address those questions as we go through. But as I said, I know you're not here to listen to me talk away. You want to hear what Dr. Yu has to say about our program. So without further ado, Dr. Yu, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Angie Yu. I'm the Graduate Director of MA in Professional Communication Program. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Okay, so these are the items I'm going to cover today. Just a couple of items. I'll first provide overview of our programs, and then discuss about the careers our current students and alumni are working, and share the testimonial from students and alumni, then share the event information, and also talk about the newsletters our students created. Then Brian will present the admission requirement and application process, and then we will have quick Q&A time. Before beginning this, you can see our social media platform information on the bottom of the screen. We have a Facebook page, Twitter page, and Instagram page. All accounts have the same name, WPUNJPCOM. PCOM. So please like us and follow us to find more information about our programs and also to read some stories of our students. Okay, a little bit background about our university and programs. Our university is located in Wayne, New Jersey, just 25 minutes away from New York City. This provides us great opportunity to invite guest speakers to classroom, and also the internship opportunities and field trip opportunity for our students. Our program is 30 credit program. It is designed to be completed in a 2-year cycle, but we also offer accelerated option. Since our program is designed for full-time professional and also full-time students, most classes are offered evening times, and we have a number of hybrid classes. For hybrid classes, about half of class material covered online. So this provides a very flexible schedule to our students. This is our curriculum. As you can see from the screen, we have 4 core required courses. That's 12 credit. The courses include integrated communication, survey and professional writing, research method, and master project. And we have 12 elective courses. Students can select 6 courses from the list of the elective. So I just want to highlight some of the courses to give you a better idea about our program. One of the courses we are actually offering this semester is professional seminar. This is a workshop type of course. So we actually invite senior level executives to classroom, and they do share their experience and cases they were involved. And strategic multi-platform writing and social media communication courses are designed to teach students the writing skills for different types of media platform, including traditional platform and online social media platform. And social media communication course also teach students how they can design strategic social media plan and how they can use the different types of social media management tools. We also have integrated communication, one of the required courses that introduce students the fundamentals of integrated marketing communication, which is the growing areas in PR and also marketing field. And we have a corporate social responsibility course that covers the CSR concept, and students analyze different cases. This is also the growing the issues and topics in PR and communication field. But in addition to that, as you can see in this curriculum, we have a number of different elective courses, so students can select the courses they are interested in, like leadership course or press and global society courses. And our program is designed to prepare students for different type of careers in communication field, and our graduate work in some of these following setting. Many of our students find their career in digital and social media and PR field, and also integrated marketing communication field. Some of the students work in professional writing field, and some of them actually are educators in higher education. Sometimes students ask me the difference between graduate program and undergraduate program, and my answer is usually very simple. I usually tell them difficult but exciting. As you can guess, the graduate programs and students usually decided to pursue, so they are very passionate about the materials. In this classroom, you are not just learn from the professor, but the students can learn from their classmates, because some of the classmates actually working in the field right now, and some of them have a quite amount of experience and decided to come back to school. So the classes are very interactive. And one of the big difference of the graduate program is all graduate students complete their own master project in the area they are excited about. So these are just some of the examples our students have done. So I'll just briefly explain each of these master project to give you an idea about the topics our students are interested in. So the Jaclyn and Tonachi, she is class of 2016. When she was a graduate student, she was interested in the social media engagement in higher education, and for her master project, she decided to investigate how this social media engagement influence on college students' sense of belonging in university. So we conducted online survey and collected data and analyzed the data and found that there's a positive correlation between these two. She's actually found a job in this social media area, and she is now social media coordinator of our university. And Gabriela Meras, she's also class 16. She is now PR professional. She was interested in understanding the role of social media, especially real-time communication at the event, and how that influence on event attendees' experience. And she also conducted, I think, on-site survey. She also presented her findings in a number of different academic conferences. Stephen was interested in sports communication, so he analyzed Twitter communication of the Major League Baseball teams. And Linda Zani, she's now the instructor in Montclair State University, and she's teaching crisis communication. And for her master project, as you can see, she was interested in crisis communication, and she actually conducted case studies and analyzed 9/11 case, and and the strategy and tactics used by Morgan Stanley. And Marche and Sarah Smith, they are recently graduate students. They graduated just a couple of months ago. They conducted the studies about African American women's acceptance of natural hair, and Sarah's investigated how young adults use Twitter for news consumption. So I hope this gives you an idea about the topics our students are interested in. As you can see, most of our students are interested in digital and social media field, but also we have a good number of students interested in journalism field and crisis communication, and also cross-cultural communication. So our program is actually designed to cover all different areas of communication field. Some of these students presented their work at different academic conference. Jaclyn, we traveled to Chicago about 2 years ago to present her master project findings at Marketing Management and Association conference. Rebecca Costantini, she's now PhD student at Texas A&M University. She presented her findings in one of the international PR conference 2 years ago. And last month, she also presented at National Communication Association conference. Gabriella presented her project in a number of different international conferences in June last year and also this summer. I'm happy to say that most of our alumni are satisfied with our programs, and these are just some testimonial. Catherine Burnett, class 2014, she's now associate brand manager at Time. She said our programs allowed her to learn more about new marketing techniques and especially social media communication. Mark Pirro, class 2013. He is a senior vice president of marketing and PR at Regional Bank. He said he decided to enroll our programs to specifically develop his working knowledge of social media practices, and he could able to apply the lessons learned to develop social media policies and procedure in his company. Jaclyn, class 2013, she's an executive producer at Wendy Williams Show. She said she was able to tailor the assignments in each of her course centered around her existing career. And our program really helped her to further her career. Amy, class 2016, she is now assistant director of marketing at Bloomfield College. She also said this program really allowed her to advance her career. If you want to hear and read more testimonial, I would recommend you to visit our program webpage. You can just go to William Paterson University, New Jersey website, and in the search blank, you can just search professional communication. Then you will find our webpage, and there is a newsletter page, and you can download all the newsletter created by our students. These are just image of the recent newsletter created by our students. And we have exceptional faculty members. So our graduate program faculties are great teachers, but also they are active researchers. These are the pictures taken at Winter Olympic earlier this year. I was able to visit Winter Olympics in January. It was freezing cold, but I was able to collect some data. to understand the social media use of Olympic visitors. So I'm analyzing the data and plan to publish next year. And also Dr. Peck, one of our graduate program professors, visited Puerto Rico this summer with the undergraduate and graduate students, and especially with radio station teams to help the radio station at Puerto Rico. Our programs also host a number of different events. This is just one of the examples. We hosted New Jersey Social Media Summit 3 times. These are the photos from last year's event. For the event, we invited scholars and professionals in the social media field, and we had a competitive research poster session and discussion session. At the research poster session, our students actually won the first and second places, so I'm very proud of them. And this provides them the great opportunity to present their studies to professionals and scholars in communication field, and it also provides them great networking opportunities. So these are just one example of the event, but we have some upcoming events as well. Actually, tomorrow evening, we have our dinner and discuss event, 6 to 8:30 p.m. At Hobart Manor, second floor. If you are around, you are more than welcome to join us. If you need more information about the event, and please email me. You can find my email information at the end of this presentation. And next year, as Brian mentioned earlier, February 10th, we have an open house. So it would be great if you can join us. And May 6th, we have a master project presentation is scheduled. So please mark your calendar. So that's just brief overview of our programs and event information and some testimonial. And now Brian will present you about the admission requirement and also application process. Hi, Brian, can you hear me? Okay. I'm sorry, it seems there's some...
I'm here, Dr. Yu.
Oh,
so what I'll have you do is just click through as I go over this part of the presentation. We're going to go over some of the admissions requirements, talk a little bit about tuition as well as financial aid. Here, we're going to talk about what is required in order to apply. Before I even jump into that, I just want to make sure everyone is aware. Our professional communication program matriculates both in the fall and the spring semesters. In this case, for the spring of 2019, they have the first day of classes on January 16th, and then for the fall semester, I believe it's September 4th. So you have 2 options in terms of when to apply, but also want to make sure you know that there is the opportunity to get started taking graduate courses as soon as our winter session, which begins on December 26th, where students can take 1 course as a non-degree student online. It's important to know not all of our programs accept students as a non-degree student, and just because you have taken a course as a non-degree student, it does not guarantee matriculation into one of our programs, but it is an option for those who put an academic plan in place to start taking courses perhaps even earlier than the spring or the fall. So I wanted to make sure you were aware of that. So for our professional communication program, we require a bachelor's degree. We require your transcript. It does have to be an official transcript, and the way to get that is usually to contact your college or university, often the registrar's office, and to let them know that you want a copy of your transcript sent directly to William Paterson University. What makes it official is it's coming directly from the registrar's office. So we're either getting it in the mail as a sealed envelope that we know came directly from the registrar, or we're getting an electronic copy emailed to us directly from the registrar's office. That way we know it's official, and that's what we would use to determine if you meet our minimum GPA requirement of a 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. We also need 2 recent letters of recommendation. We understand that sometimes there are professionals who've been working for a number of years and have been outside the realm of academia for a while. That's okay. If you have academic references that you could submit, that would be wonderful. We also accept professional recommendations, obviously from an employer or otherwise. When you complete our application online, there's the opportunity to provide us with which individuals you want to submit those forms, and they can get emailed a form directly to fill out to serve as a reference for you. We also need an essay as well as an online application fee, which is a $50 fee. And then we also, while GRE is not required, it is strongly preferred. Obviously, it helps show us your preparedness for the program. So keep that in mind as well. So Angie, if you could just click through the next slide. The application process, I know I talked about a little bit. If you go to wpunj.edu, which is our website, and you go to graduate admissions, there is the opportunity to apply there online. You would complete the application in its entirety. You can upload your essay at that time as well as pay the application fee. And then all of the subsequent documents that are needed, the recommendation letters, the essay, if you haven't uploaded it at the time of completion of the application, GRE scores, etc., as well as your transcript would be sent to our office either by post. If it is a digital copy of a document, you can upload it and send it to graduate@wpunj.edu, which is our official email address here at William Paterson for our grad admissions office, or also they can be sent to us through the registrar's office, as I mentioned before. Once your application is considered complete, it will be forwarded along to Dr. Yu and members of their committee to review your application and determine if you are the right fit for the program and if the program is the right fit for you. If a decision is rendered favorably and you are accepted to the program, you will receive an email from our office letting you know that you've been accepted for the spring or the fall semester, and then you'll also receive an official letter in the mail by post. That will include information about how to log in to eventually register for courses and some other important information about advising, etc. So that would be what you would look through. And then it's important to note that we operate on rolling admissions for our MA in Professional Communication program, so there is not a fixed application deadline. But to put it in context, if you're giving thought to the spring 2019 semester, registration just opened for the first population of students on November 6th, and it's going to be available to all graduate students on November 20th. As you might imagine, some courses do eventually fill up, so certainly it is to your benefit to apply as early as possible for the semester that you are considering, to make sure that you are able to register for courses with plenty of time to spare. And certainly with the holidays and everything else, we want to make sure that you're able to take care of that early and have one less thing to worry about. Because again, January 16th is the first day of classes for the spring semester. So keep that in mind. So Angie, thank you very much. Tuition and fees. For those of you that might be coming directly from a bachelor program, you will see that undergrad and grad tuition works a little bit differently. It's broken down cost by credit. So you'll see if you are a New Jersey resident, it's $710 per credit. Out of state, it's $1,107 per credit. There are fees as well that you can see broken down there. So it's a total cost of $714 per credit. Now, you always want to look, in this case, it's 30 credits, so keep that in mind when you're determining the cost. And there are a number of different ways to pay. We have what's called a tuition installment plan, where the cost of tuition can be broken up into several payments across one semester versus one larger payment. And we'll talk a little bit about financial aid and graduate assistantships on the next slide. You'll see that there's information listed there. All of this is on our website. So again, it works a little bit differently on the graduate level than it may have on the undergraduate level for you. You are able to fill out the FAFSA as you did as an undergrad, and in this case, federal Stafford loans are what are generally available to graduate students to help offset the cost for right now. And then what we offer, which is unique versus an undergraduate experience, is we have graduate assistantships available across campus. And what that includes is a $6,000 stipend each year, broken up $3,000 per semester, as well as a waiver of tuition and fees for the time of your appointment. Now, you will work 20 hours part-time per week, on our campus in one of our offices here. So we have graduate assistants here in the grad admissions office. There are graduate assistants for all of our academic departments across campus, and many of our departments here across campus. So there are a lot of unique opportunities to represent and work for one of those departments. A lot of the tasks are clerical in nature, helping out with the office, doing some of the things that we need that keeps our offices going and doing the things that need to be done. But certainly it goes without saying that the waiver of tuition and fees is what is most appealing, I think, to many students who consider this. And in order to be considered for one of our graduate assistantship positions, when you fill out the application online, you have to check off the box there that indicates that you want to be considered. When you are, if you are selected, you would receive notification and then would go through the process of, you essentially go through some of the same experiences as employees. There's a parking pass and some other things that you take care of. And then obviously there's some paperwork to take care of the stipend side of things, as well as the waiver of tuition and fees. But it is a wonderful opportunity. Not everyone can take advantage of it. Some are working full time. It's not feasible to work part-time as well on a campus. But for those who can accommodate, it's a wonderful opportunity to get the waiver of tuition and fees during the time of your appointment. So Angie, next slide. There is Dr. Yu's contact information. It goes without saying that you are more than welcome anytime to drop by the graduate admissions office here. We are located in Morrison Hall in Suite 102. For any questions you might have about applications, about our program, you're more than welcome to drop by here. And I think it goes without saying, Dr. Yu would love to hear from you as well, to discuss your interest in the program, to discuss your interests and academic goals at large, and talk about if the program might be the right fit for you. You could see, again, and I can't stress enough, their contact information is there for Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram. Follow them, like them. There's a lot of good information that's posted regularly, so you could see what current and alumni are doing and have done professionally. It's a great opportunity to see what events are coming up if you want to take part in any of the events that their department offers. But can't stress enough, we'd love to have you on campus for the chance to follow up in person, and we understand everybody's busy, so it's our hope that this webinar was helpful for you. We'd love to have you join us on February 10th for our graduate open house from 1 to 3 p.m. if that will work with your schedule. And as I stressed before, we are going to make this presentation available in its entirety. By the end of the week, you'll be getting an email from our office for the chance to review this. If you need to refer back to any information, or if you had to leave early, it's a great opportunity to catch up on what you might have missed. So for all of us here in the graduate admissions office, thank you again for taking time out of your schedule. We are going to stick around for a couple of minutes in case anybody has any questions, but that concludes our formal presentation. Certainly, if you haven't already, we hope to see your application in the near future and hope to see you on campus. So thank you for Dr. Yu and for the Grad Admissions Office. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care.